Thank you all for coming out again. My co-host, Sir Crown, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be, building out WAGMI NFT with you. This is such a cool project, and what I came here to start is definitely not what I'm doing now. And last night, just to give you a little snapshot, we minted the next NFT for UD Phils, and she is an artist from Africa, brought in by the community DAO, who's here in the room, and he's the one who connected us with her. And it was just really beautiful. We had a Google Meet with her, and it was just really, it could just made me feel really great. She was really wanted to have Sir Crone do music on the NFT, and him being a master of many skills, music production, one of them, he made his own beat and it's on there. So it's just really, and just seeing who's buying it. Brick bought one of her NFTs, and so now that's in Australia. And this is just so exciting to see that NFTs are connecting artists and collectors all over the world. So you guys are literally making it possible. Each time you hit that buy button or that retweet, and just super, super appreciate it. So um, I guess Sir Crone, do you want to share anything about the website or speak up on the website, the
Uh,
development and what's happening?
yeah, give me like a minute. I'm putting my shoes on. I'm trying to go out to the front porch.
This is what I love about everything being mobile, is that we really can be anywhere and be like all participating together. So yeah, but the website has really been this sort of dynamic thing that's shifting based on the needs of sort of the community and the artists, and this idea of finding a little bit more about the artists and connecting them to their socials. Sir Cronus just really understands how to connect all that, and it's just been the idea source behind a lot of it. And sometimes I feel like I'm just riding along, I'm coming along for the ride, but it's really fun to be a part of Ravencoin, because I really believe, all you guys know, I really believe in Ravencoin NFTs. So Sir Cron, whenever you're ready to speak, you can just unmute. Probably still putting on his shoes.
Yeah, no, they're all tied up now. I had a lot of practice tying shoes over the years, so I think I did good. Yeah, you give me too much credit because I'm more of I kind of like piggyback on your ideas, and I'm like, well, let's try it like this. So I would say give yourself a little more credit because this is actually all because you asked if I could build a website for you, and then it's just been snowballing since, which is fine. It's great. I'm still having fun with it. But yeah, no, it's great. I really appreciate how Community DAO got in touch with us. I think he actually got in touch because of one of our spaces, and he was asking about the GM Gallery token. And just case in point, it just shows how these spaces are great for getting a further reach for us as a community, and for helping artists that may not have the know-how on their own at the moment on how to become artists or developers, or find their path on the Ravencoin blockchain. But these spaces give them that segue into our community and onto the blockchain, which is the whole purpose of WAGMI. So just that butterfly effect of Community DAO going into space, asking a question, has brought us to the point where now we're starting this entire, not separate project, but it's sort of like an add-on to the original GM Gallery token, where now we're looking to help support artists in Africa into our community and show them the way of WAGMI. And that's what WAGMI is about. It's making us all make it. We are all gonna make it. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are, where you're from, what your abilities are. One way or another, we're all gonna make it, and that's it.
So inspirational. Yeah, it really is. That's what the ability to be able to connect through like a free platform like Twitter, and a blockchain like Ravencoin that's very cheap to transact in, and nobody controls it. And it's just been fun. Like I said, minting that NFT last night was just so fun, because it's just, you just feel the connection between I was, when you were communicating with UD Phils, and sort of ironing out the details of minting the NFT and what it was going to look like and whatnot. It was just really cool to see people that would normally never be able to interact, or to do something together, is now able to. And it's just, yeah, it's really, really exciting. And right now it's artists, and soon it's going to be artists and builders, and we're all going to be the artists that are on here, like Udi Phil's. A corporation might come in and see her art and want to hire her to do some other project that they're doing. So it's just really exciting to watch everyone connecting. So yeah, it's just been really, really fun. So yeah, anything else that we want to, I guess we're still doing the um, excuse me, to watch artists work, our Wow Wednesdays. And we may not do them every single Wednesday, but this week we have Mirage coming up, and I'm super excited to hear more from Mirage and her poetry and whatever else she wants to share and or talk about. And so that's what's happening this week. And essentially it's just the same, we're just have the same goals as we've had before, and we're just asking you guys to retweet when you see a tweet. And if you need help from us, I'm more than happy to write up a post, anything that will help your project on Ravencoin. Because if Ravencoin succeeds, I succeed. So it's just such a simple algorithm here. So but I think that's basically all that I have. I'd like to give this opportunity to other people to, share what they're doing. If anyone wants to come up and share their work. I know, Sir Crone, you're working on Cronenberg number 36. I won't give away any details for it, but I'm super excited to see what you have in store for us on that. And yeah,
Yeah,
so anyone else?
yeah. The Carnival 36. I'm sort of like I create self-inflicting wounds, right? Instead of taking something that's already hard, I like making it harder for some reason. But all I'm gonna say is gameception.
Yeah, I won't say any more either, but it's really fun though. Like Ravencoin makes it possible to work your project in so many different angles and ways. And like I see NFT Nifty Raven in the room with his heist project and using the sub assets. I know WAGMI NFT's involved in it. There's going to be Sir Crone put one in, Brick put one in, Indy, Mirage. So it's actually been, it's as far as where I'm sitting from, it looks like it's been very successful as far as kind of what the floor has been so far and the noise around it. And this to
I,
me is
I
a huh?
I see we have a new name. I don't know if I've seen Jeffrey. Hi Jeffrey, how are you? I invited you to speak if you want to join. This is an open space to just talk about NFTs. We're a website called WAGMINFT.net where we inform and educate people on the Ravencoin blockchain and how that works. So if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to speak. I sent you the invite. I just wanted to say welcome and hello.
You threw a heart. Thank you. Yeah, it's yeah, just we just want to also keep the space open so that when people are scrolling past Twitter and they see a space open that's talking about NFTs, they might just pop in and then they come to learn about Ravencoin NFTs. So yeah, it's just even if we're sort of not all chatty, I would at least like to keep the space open for 30 minutes at least so that we can have that space open for people. So Jason, are you able to talk? I invited him up. I don't think he can. A lot of people are at work. They're back at work now, and the summer break was a short, fleeting experience. But yeah, the I don't want to keep talking about this last GM, but I just it was just a really positive experience for me to be just the whole movement around like what we're seeing, how GM is being like spoken even beyond crypto Twitter. This morning I was out walking and a kid, even I've been saying it to him, so it's kind of a joke, but he said it back to me. So yeah, because I'm just practicing myself, um, you know, getting outside of my comfort zone and saying hi to people. But oh, here's Brick. Yes, Brick, come up and speak.
Hello, Sunny, Sakram. How are
Hi,
you
thank you
all?
for coming
Hey,
out.
what's up, buddy? How are you?
My pleasure. Yeah, good, good. Bit early, but it's all good. 4 o'clock in the morning, but it's all good. Actually, it's
Those late hours,
it's
huh? That's me every night.
Actually, I was just talking about GM. You guys are talking about GM. It's yeah, Sonny. It's the GM movement. We've started obviously posting things in the morning every morning when I go for my morning walk. I do actually purposely put GM tags on there, so you've inspired to do that, and yeah, so go Sean. So I'm honored to be part of that movement that you've started, Sonny, especially amongst the Ravencoin community.
The more people see GM, the better.
100%, 100%. And by the way, also I love the African GM that popped up yesterday. I saw that on RV NFTs. I'm sorry, NFT RV and Jason's place marketplace, NFT marketplace. That was fantastic, fantastic work on that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That was
It's
an amazing work there.
we're trying to make Ravencoin and the artists, as look as good as possible. We got to, the only way to really be the premier asset network is to have, I guess, premier assets, right?
And be cool and to be like, wow, that's a cool thing that's floating by my Twitter that's available and I can purchase it. And that is just, yeah, it's
It was it was an amazing piece because you know how what we always do is actually we buy a piece for ourselves, especially when it's a GMs buy a piece for ourselves. I'm always thinking to also to buy a few more to share with, especially people coming into our community, to as a welcome
too brick.
and getting involved. Yeah.
Just a quick one. I was wondering because I spotted the GM earlier today, but there wasn't like a tab to go and purchase it, so I didn't actually realize it was on NFT Raven. So I will purchase some now. But I'm just wondering, is that just a problem my end, or is there no link sort of attached to it at the moment?
Well, it was what happened was
Well,
when we sent
if
it to,
someone
oh,
posted
sorry.
yeah. No, you can go ahead. Yeah, Sonny, you could take over.
No, you actually can articulate it better because you know what
I
happened.
didn't hear a word you said. I don't know if anybody else experienced it, but you were coming in and out.
Yeah, that was slightly robotic.
Uh-oh, malfunction in AI.
Okay, yeah. I think what you're referring to is when we sent it to Ravenist, we sent it as a single NFT and not a multi NFT, so they had to change it. So I think they just had a slight delay in when it was available. Mm.
Okay, no problem. I just thought I'd ask the question. Thank you.
Yeah, I heard the last part. Cause yeah, when we submitted it to Ravenous, we accidentally, cause I'm still getting used to. They changed the deposit NFT. Now you have to like select single or multi, and I accidentally left it on the single because I was so used to them just like sorting it once they got it, which makes sense on their end to know what's coming. Um, but yeah, but I think the other thing is if somebody takes the IPFS link and tweets it, it's only a link to the IPFS, not to any of the marketplace purchase places. I Again, that was because we were so excited to actually publish it that we were like, all right, let's not even wait for it to be put up. Let's just show people, so again, if that was good or bad, I don't know. But we're just really excited to promote it, showcase it, and talk about it. So that was the reason for that. Because we had already been delayed like 3 days to even get it minted. Which I like Mango Farms, but unfortunately I had to find an alternate solution that would work for us, for the project. Because 3 days NFT time is as the 3 years in sorry, 3 days in real life, it's like a year at NFT time. I got it backwards, Freudian slip. But I had to find another solution to be able to mint on the fly whenever I needed, and we were encountering too many hiccups with the minting through the web wallet. So I found another solution. Again, not to sort of take down anybody, but more so another option now if I needed. Um, so we were able to get it minted finally, and it went out. So it was basically like for us, it was a week for everyone else, it was instant,
Yeah, and it's actually really funny too. Not funny, it's fun because the artists are so excited about getting it minted. Is it been minted? Is it minted? Is it minted? And literally within a minute of it being minted, we got a message saying, I see it on the blockchain. They were so excited, you know? It's like really, really cool to see people that are enthusiastic about participating. So yeah, that was really fun experience. And with the quantity set at 10,000, typically things are not obviously selling out. Ooh, we have Dow down. Would you like to speak up? See your hand up. You can unmute, you will speak.
Hey, how's it going?
Anyway,
Hey,
okay.
well,
Hey,
you
how
can
are you?
finish
Thank you
what
so
you
much for
were
coming out.
saying.
No, I'm actually just sort of
Hey, good.
just jiving. Yeah.
Sure. No, I didn't want to interrupt you. Go ahead and finish what you were saying. I just had something to kind of follow up with on the note of the excitement of the artists with Unity Fills and the African contingent that's sort of trying to get involved and through Community DAO.
Yeah, go ahead. Just continue on that because I've noticed that they're interacting with us on Twitter now, and it's just really exciting.
Yes. So I kind of have a sort of an insider's view on that, and I'll just say like each week I sort of go through some ideas with the marketing captain Donosky, who is sort of the main contact point for us. Though I have relationships with or conversations going with a lot of the designers, all of them really, in Community DAO. And what we've tried to do is to create some fun themed weekly contests for designs, right? So we have ways to sort of keep things fresh and to award these guys with Ravencoin and our Com token as a way to get more people into the Ravencoin world and incentivize them to make things in this direction. So anyways, my point though was that since you guys minted that first one that we worked on with the one that I had done, and from there to this one with UD Fills, we have this Telegram conversation with, I think there's probably 70 African designers. Okay. So it's bigger than probably the active group that we see on Twitter and bigger than the active group that we see in our Discord, because Telegram is more accessible on, I guess, mobile phones and things like that. But they are very excited. And they're so excited that they wanted, now this week, they're doing a sort of a video type um, contest. And it's just because they were inspired, or mainly because they were inspired by um, the way you guys handled the GM for UD Fills. So it has, like I said, an electric sort of effect on the rest of that crew. So that could really explode. As we've talked about, Sonny and Sir Crone, several times. I am of the firm opinion that there are thousands and thousands of people just hungry to get involved in the crypto space from Africa that are dealing with miserable financial governmental control situations, and they're very adept and very quick to learn and very hungry to create. So many of them are not English speakers first and as their first language, but many of them are, and many of them are able to help the ones that aren't so good improve. And I go in there too, simply because I'm an English major, and we try to week by week sort of grammatically review and just encourage them. So the material is original, and week after week we keep seeing new things, and the things that you guys have done with WAGMI and GM, I mean, that just electrifies them. So I'm really excited about that, and it's already having an impact on our Telegram community, which, like I said, it's got 70 people in our list. So that should be something that will continue to grow into the future. Thank you.
That's amazing. That makes me feel really honored that what we're doing is really inspiring people, because sometimes you get so lost in your own little world, sitting behind your computer looking at your own walls, you forget the larger openness of reality. and hearing that and hearing how the WAGMINFT project is impacting people, the way it was designed it's kind of like, it's amazing. It's like you're like, wow, it really is helping people, and that really inspires me to keep going. So thank you.
Yeah, when we first saw the art that Udi Phil sent in, we were zooming in on the how the letters were constructed, and it was just so beautiful, and it was just such a, I don't know, it was just such a moment, and especially when she stated that she would really love to have Sir Crone's music attached to it. It was just really, I don't know, it's just really incredible what we can do here with such a little amount of the money and just our time and the butterfly effect. So thank you so much for sharing that story, Dow. Hey, Brick, unmute and speak again. See your hand up.
Yeah, thanks, Sunny. Hey, Dow, great to hear. Hope you're well. That's really inspirational hearing in terms of what's happening over there in the movement, and obviously Ravencoin can really assist in terms of their journey. As I've been saying before, in terms of
maybe you just have your hand up.
Can you hear me, Sunny?
So
can you hear me?
If anyone else wants to come up
I think Brick was still talking
and speak about their project,
he was coming in too, but I think Brick was still talking.
Please do.
Can you hear me, Mr. Graham?
Are we all getting rubbed right now?
Can you hear Mr. Graham? Can you hear me?
I hear you. Sonny, do you hear Brick?
I can hear Brick just fine.
I think Sonny might be in a service
area. I've had one of those situations. Yeah, I've had one of those situations where hosts I can't hear some of the other people. And yeah, I was just saying with Dow, yeah, that's really inspirational because again, as I keep talking, some of the developing countries, this is a great pathway for them to get financial freedom and get ahead in life and given the new way. And I think Ravencoin community can really capitalize in helping, can help assist them in their pathway. And it's fantastic to hear what you're doing, Dale, in terms of their journey and assisting them. And I love that piece that Yeri did. Actually, you got to ask her, was she inspired by the Australian colours, the green and gold? You got to ask her that.
We'll have to, we'll bring that up. I don't know. I think there's a fair number of African flags that have green and gold too.
Right, yeah. Well, tell her that I actually enjoy that piece, and also the green and gold was a bonus.
Sonny, did you hear any of that? I don't know if we lost
I did.
you there.
I can hear it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah. If anybody else wants to speak, space is open to everybody.
Hey, I have a question. Do you guys hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yep.
Can I want to ask NFT RVN a question. Is he? Can you hear me over there, bud? In looking, I really.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So I'm really interested and curious about any sort of innovative, unique use of NFTs, and so the heist has really captured my imagination as I've seen. It's gotten several of you guys. I know Brick and Sir Crone and Sonny. You've all been, we've all been sort of slinging memes and gifs, and having fun with that. It's a blast. But I am just curious about that because I've never seen a type of situation that could do what that the heist is doing, which is basically a time lapse thing that the vault opens after 3 days. So my question is when I had Sonny sent me number 6, and when I was going to send it to Donosky in Africa, I was in Mango Farm, and I noticed that there were two assets. It said I had two assets, but I could only send one. Can you speak to that, NFT RVN? Because it was somewhat confusing. I mean, nothing happened. I guess I was only able to send one.
For
But
my
is it like a sub asset and a unique asset that gets revealed, or what?
no,
Can you explain that?
so what it is it's a sub asset, and you issue the sub asset, and you have an option to make it reissuable, which
Okay.
is the vault locked. So the vault is reissuable until that 3-day timer, and then I reissue that that sub asset, revealing the image inside the IPFS of your NFT.
Oh, I see. So, okay, so you just the fact that you make it reissuable gives you the ability to recast it as the actual art piece.
Exactly. So all the art pieces are actually predetermined prior to me even listing them. So I don't pick and choose who gets what. I mean,
Yeah.
WAGMI could, if WAGMI bought, WAGMI could get their own NFT per se, if if just by luck.
So, how are you able to keep track of the 3-day timers across all of the?
So I have an Excel sheet, and then I have
Okay.
timer on my computer. So each cell is on a timer. So if it gets close within a day, I just click the link, and it brings me right to the NFT. And if it's close to the time limit, I reissue it.
Okay. Well, that's
It's
great.
like
That
maybe
explains a
1
lot.
minute out of my day.
I think it's great. It's a fabulous use of it, and it's a lot of fun. And following up on the African conversation, we put number 6 out there. And I mean, I am telling you, they are coming to like a troop, like an army. They're just so excited about this unique use of an NFT, and that they have that they have a very particular sense of honor about holding that and passing it to one another. And it's interesting to see that, and we're going to use that project to really sort of extend our reach into that region, because I have a feeling it will again be a popular thing that travels by word of mouth, and that we will get more adherents and members in our organization as a result of participating in your art series. So we're definitely going to continue doing that, and Community DAO will give 2,500 RVN to the last man standing. So the last person holding that heist, when all the others have been opened, I will award 2,500 RVN to. So, and we'll also give 2,500 to the original owner. So there'll be 2 prizes there.
Oh damn, that's really hooking it up, man. That's
You
crazy.
really maximized out. That's
But
really
the whole
fantastic.
the concept of the heist is really to introduce people to what Ravencoin has to offer, and what the assets. You know what I mean? Like when I came in, it was just images, and I wanted to make a mark. I wanted to leave a mark for NFT Raven as a marketplace, being new. You know what I mean? So I created this loot box type of NFT, and the possibilities are endless. I mean, I had someone message me saying I'm the creator of the Pokemon NFTs for Ravencoin. Because technically you can buy, you can make an egg and do this with an egg, or an actual treasure chest or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Oh, it's fantastic. It really is. It's a great idea. And I think it's got some real legs on it. So excited to be a part, and it's a lot of fun to participate. And also, I think the cool thing about it is that it focuses everybody on transferring. All right, holding, being aware of that kind of thing, being able to study that process. And it also it creates a network, because you're in and of itself, because you're basically tossing this ball between people, and you develop new friendships and new communications as a result of that. So I think it's a fabulous way to learn about Ravencoin. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for being a part of it.
Yeah, 100%. NFT Arena, that's a fantastic project. That I've put it out there, that how innovative you actually created that project. Fantastic work. And although we could have hanged on to that ourselves and excitement, but I thought by passing it on to somebody would actually have much more of an impact, not just for us at BC, but also as a Ravencoin community. Now, obviously with you and FTRVN in terms of your platform. So that's why we gifted ours to Jackson at Security Tokens Market. And just to give you some feedback, He's so excited. It's actually the talking point at the office there at the security tokens market. They're in Miami at their office. It's actually a massive talking point. So again, this is the impact it has in terms of creating awareness to the Ravencoin community, in terms of especially some of these very innovative NFTs that you've created, Jason.
Thank you. Yeah, you've definitely been definitely pushing out the word for the heist, and I seen that that it was a generous gift to, and it doesn't only just help out me. It helps out Brick handing it off and Community DAO handing it off. This is just awareness for everybody to see and hopefully bring more people to Ravencoin and to all of our projects. We all gonna make it.
Was it Brick we have mentioned a couple times that the rising tide lifts all boats. So it's true, and just a little bit of buzz on 5 continents can create a massive earthquake. So your efforts resound and echo further than you may be aware.
Sonny, I have a question. We have some NFTs that were donated. Maybe we can collaborate with Community DAO and offer up a few of those, or 1 or 2 of those donations to one of his giveaway things, maybe to
That's a great
incentivize his
idea.
project.
I love that idea. That is beautiful.
Yeah,
Because we have
that's fantastic. I mean, I'm a big on my background there on that point. I got involved with. I grew up. My dad's youngest brother was a kind of a world champion bareback bronco rider, and so I grew up around rodeos, and I actually had a chance for about 2-3 years to sort of organize. I was an announcer, literally a small rodeo announcer, and I was constantly developing weekly events and things like that. So extra party favors and things like that. I mean, that will just that will be an explosive. That will have an explosive effect. Our that team, that crew, that design crew from Africa, just anything that's about NFTs and crypto, they just gobble up. So that would be fabulous. Would love to do something like that. Thank you.
Yeah, because we got a few things in there that some whoever gets it can get a pretty penny for it, as they say.
Hey, that's a great idea. That's a fantastic idea. I've got a few there. I mean, the African continent, they love their football. I've got a few, as in football, as in the round ball game, soccer. I've got a few there that I could send it over to you as for you to share with the African community. Just an idea.
Absolutely, Luis. I think you know, I we could it will continue to grow. I think the more opportunities there are for incentivizing that group, and like I said, I honestly believe it's just barely tapped, and if we feed it, it could turn into a massive tsunami of participation, which would be huge for Ravencoin and all of us. But imagine the entire developing third world getting in onto the Ravencoin sort of bandwagon. I mean, talk about a massive, support group. So I would love to have that, and I will. I get what you're saying. I think the football would be very popular with those guys. Thanks.
Just DM me and DM me your address and I'll send you a few over there.
Okay, cool. I will.
Community DAO, got a question. So you do it every week, or is it different times?
Yeah, so it is every week, and what and just real quick on the follow up to that, what I noticed and what like got my interest early on in this was like all of a sudden we had like at first it was like 70 people were just making crazy numbers of these memes, and a lot of them weren't very good, but still people were doing things for our organization, like lots of stuff. And we were losing a lot of it, like just in the orbit of space. So I've been trying to figure out ways to harness that effort and sort of cull some quality content. And so basically now the way we've got a pipeline in place, and each week we have a new theme. And then when we sort of release our weekly newsletter Comlink on Saturday, we announce the winners for each week's design. We pick 10 winning designs, and then Community DAO issues Ravencoin to those wallets. And we even have, set a little bit of bonus Ravencoin set aside to sort of incentivize maybe some of the newer participants who didn't win. So what we're trying to do is sort of get them into the practice and the mode of there's something new at Community DAO. There's a way to earn Ravencoin. There's a way to earn their native token, and we want to participate. So it's basically every Saturday is the turnover, and then Monday a new theme will start.
That's super exciting.
Cool.
And yeah, we'll
I'm just trying to think. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yes, I was just trying to think of a way to maybe, because I was thinking of making a page, because right now, once we had the final NFT minted for the artists that are part of the community DAO, we were gonna make a page, on the WAGMI site. I'm trying to think of an efficient way that when you do these giveaways to sort of quote unquote have like a published page of like the past winners, like okay, like week whatever, this person won, week 2 this person, and like what they won, and this
Right.
way it's something that's can maybe get some search rankings and some search results, and something that you could like link to that has like a sort of permanent front face. I don't know if you're already doing that, if you're publishing it on a website or something, but I'm
Well,
trying to
so
think of,
we have I've been building out a web page, comdal.org, and that's we do that with like comlinks. So we have like basically it's an index page with week after week, basically sort of a running index of all the different ones, and in each one there's that information. However, I've thought because this is such a significant portion of Community DAO's focus, the whole marketing squad based in Africa. I have been really thinking about doing an index page with sort of those weekly things, just like you said. So I will implement that with us. But if you guys end up having some success with the page that you design, that we were talking about with the African GMs, it'd be great to maybe we do a double link or something like that. I'm definitely open to that.
So if you get that page up, what I could do is on the page that we put for the GM tokens we create for the artists, I could just link your index page, so when they go to us, they could find their way to you and find out more about what you're doing. So I just want to make sure that there's a direct link and a path to what you're doing as well. I don't want it to just sort of end on the WAGMI site, because basically the whole thing of the WAGMI site is just being that hub. So I want to make sure that when people get to us, if they don't get to you first and they get to us, they can get to you still.
Yeah. Well, what I'll do is when I do that, what I'll do is I'll pick like a key image, a key splash image that sort of represents that week, right? So, for instance, when we ran that GM thing for you guys, and you guys are kind of the first one that when we sort of more formally tried to run that show or the design contest, when I first started sort of thinking, okay, this is kind of the direction that we need to go, is having sort of weekly or bi-weekly themes, because we don't want to just have them saying the same thing week after week after week. So I'll have like a splash image for each theme, and GM will be the first one, and then we'll have a link back to WAGMI, through that, but also you can link directly to that page. That'd be great.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, let me know when you have it. I'll set it up.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that this week.
Awesome.
I see JC Keene came in the room. Welcome, JC Keene. I invited you up to speak if you'd like to speak. We were just talking about the WAGMI NFT project, what we're doing, latest GM gallery member, and just been talking about exciting things happening on Ravencoin. And I think JC Keene's trying to come up. Here we go. Hi, JC.
Hi, Sunny.
Thank you for
Hi,
coming out,
everybody.
JC. Hi.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Hello.
It's usually difficult to join your meetings at certain times, but I'm able to join in for a minute and kind of catch up on what you guys are up to. I feel that you guys have something going that I'm really not very tuned into what it is. but I'll keep on listening, and hopefully I'll eventually catch up to it.
Yeah, I have the Crypto Mona up on the website and just some details about the project that I knew about. So it's mostly a social media sharing site and different ways that we're trying to bring in more uh, both collectors, buyers into the Ravencoin NFT space.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
That's awesome, especially because the as we all know, the entire crypto space is what some would call a bear market. But I would argue that the Ravencoin NFT space is still doing well. Maybe not as hot as it was months ago, but I still see new players and new projects, and you guys doing this stuff right here, so it's all good.
Yes, every space I always say, just keep building. It doesn't matter, how much something is worth or costs or valued at. As long as we're building, that's all that matters. Just getting the focus and attention, on us. Because once people see, like, let's say, Ethereum price goes down, Ethereum projects slow down. If they still see that, Ravencoin developers and NFT creators are still hustling and bustling and buzzing around, they're like, what do they got going on over there? Because if we follow suit with the slowdown, then we'll look just like we're part of that quote unquote bear market. But we got to constantly stay bullish and keep building. you know?
Yeah, definitely. Good job, guys.
yeah, just in the time of being in the space, I say, okay, now I have to do two more things. So there's always we're just building, and we're waiting for the masses to come here, and so the people that are here, all we got to do is just kind of tune out the noise in that bear market. I just don't even pay any attention to it. But I still, when I see something that I like as an NFT, I buy it, and I like to hold my NFTs. I actually haven't sold an NFT yet, so I just really believe in the long-term prospect of NFTs in general. But thank you guys all for coming out. So, does anyone else like to speak? I think maybe we could close the space a little early, unless
Yeah,
somebody
that's fine.
else. Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine. I think everybody an invite to speak. Yeah, if anyone has anything else they want to share, any projects they're working on, or anything they want to talk about, it's just we got WUWW. We're here. Let's chat. It's just a calm hangout kind of thing. But yeah, if no one else wants to speak, we can just close it down, I guess.
Yeah, I was really getting into the heist and all the gifting going back and forth. I just had a lot of fun with that, and I just see so much potential in using NFTs in that way. So I'm going to be bummed when I'm going to have a little bit of sadness when this heist ends because it's just been really fun.
I know. What was are there 50 total? Is
Yes.
that the number? And so
hmm
what are we on now? Like 10 or 9 or somewhere like that for releasing?
I think they've they're oh, we have Humble Miner here. He just gave us. I'm not even sure how many have been unlocked. I know that a few, if I think three or four at least, have been unlocked. Nifty Raven can't speak.
Well, it is fun, and I'm having a blast with you guys doing that, and I may even try to get in there and get a few more, and you get a few more circulating for Honor Among Thieves.
Well, yeah, well, that was what I kind of had a strategy that I was going to pick up the ones that people were just ignoring or had low bids, but the low bids aren't even being accepted. So it seems
Oh,
like that it's going really, really well. When I say low, I was like, I think I got one for 600 Raven when it first started, but I think I saw the last one was over 1,000 Raven. Somebody can come in and correct me if I'm wrong. Um, I'm not following it 100%, but I know that the floor seems to be rising a little bit. So, yeah, it's really a fun thing to be a part of it. Mostly it's the concept and the idea and this is like the prototype for something that's going to be in the future. So I like the idea of owning an NFT that's in a project like this that was a prototype that may end up becoming some really cool structure, like decentralized structure that's on Ravencoin.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what I think
So
he innovated was a very interesting concept. You know, it's very innovative in a way on how it could be utilized. Like you mentioned, you want to use it for the community DAO project. It just opens up that mind idea on what you can do with it. And and I say this all the time. That's what I love about Ravencoin. It's literally limited to your imagination. You know, what you want to do with it. You know, if you want to create this vault heist, just do it. You know, just take what is already there and use it to your advantage in your creative vision, you know. So it's really cool how he innovated that concept.
yeah, and then in your Cronenberg series, you have a Cronenberg number 20 that involves, um, giving a philanthropic donation to honeybee rescues, and you were able to do that as you progressed in your own project, and that's what I'm super excited for. You have one more Cronenberg to mint, and what you're planning or thinking about doing around that. I'm just so excited. Obviously, I know that you have some of the things you're doing, you're going to keep them secret. I don't blame you because I know there's going to be a lot of excitement around it. So, because you're just not an artist, but you're also a developer, and these are the kind of projects that I know me as a collector, you want to get behind the artists that are really committed to whatever they are that they're doing. So, and a lot of the artists on Ravencoin are like that, and that's why it's been so much fun to follow them. You know.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna actually have to head out. I gotta get started on some work. Um, but I appreciate the space could stay open longer. I'm just gonna head out. So I appreciate everyone for coming. Thanks for participating in the Woo Wake Up with WAGMI Mondays, and I wish everybody success, happiness, and whatever good fortunes you foresee for yourself.
Thank you, Sir Crone. And with that, let's just close out the space. Thank you all for coming out. Have a nice afternoon.